guys, what is happening and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're not working on the Subaru, we're waiting on bits, and then the next video you see after this we'll be back on it. But I've been dreading doing this for so long. Like, I ordered the bit and this is actually scaring me. So if you lot are watching this because you've probably got the same issues with your car, let's get onto this one, and hopefully pray for me before this video even starts that this actually goes to plan. So let's go. Right, so what we have here is a 2014 Range Rover Evouque. This one comes with something called like electronic stability. So it's got electronic dampening on the suspension. So you've got all these different modes that you can access through the suspension. So if you come in here, you can see it's got all these different modes, and the suspension will adapt towards what kind of mode you're in. Unfortunately, it seems that the suspension has just stopped working. I don't know if the electronic module inside the shock has failed, but I changed the level sensor and it did absolutely nothing. So I think the last resort is, and especially this being a common problem, is the rear suspension has just failed. It is basically, imagine taking your suspension strut out and just having a solid beam. It's horrendous, and it needs fixing. But I'm hearing there's a lot of issues with changing them, so I'm scared. I'm going to bring you along with me as we do, and hopefully it goes to plan, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing. So right, I've got the replacement part in the garage, and I'll show it you now, so let's go. Right, and this is the path, and this is my foot, so you can see how big this is. So this is the suspension strut, which is what we need. It came with the disc, the caliper, came with a hub, came with a drive shaft, came with a drop link. Reason being, there's two reasons beyond this, by the way. Either A, the person that was breaking this knows about the issue. So issue one is, apparently to get the drive shaft out of here is horrendous. I got told by someone, I think it's 15 tons worth of pressure on a hydraulic pump, and they could just about get the shaft out. And then secondly is this here. This is like the Megane, so if you follow me from the Megane days you'll know this hub is aluminium and this bolt is steel, I believe. So we don't want that bolt snapping, which is the main thing. So we're going to clean this up now, because if I can't get this out, there's no point trying to strip this. So first things first, we're going to get this hub with this strut out of here. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but yeah, let's see if we can do it. Right, so first port call is we are going to be WD-40 in everything we need to access. So this bolt here, might even wire brush it as well. Drop link, yeah, same again, they can't get the drop links off, so they cut them off. Yeah, this is gonna be a real test, guys. I'm not looking forward to this in the slightest. And this is the one that's on the car, so God knows what the one on the car is going to be like. Cheeky wire brush. Apparently the threads can go crappy, so this is taking measures properly. Don't show that bad. So. Nice and clean, to be honest. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to get the caliper hoses and connectors out of the way, because I don't think we're going to be using this. I think the disc or caliper might be different. I don't want to be disconnecting all the caliper and that, so my aim is I just want to take the shock out. So I'm not going to bore you to death, but basically a fair bit of this breaker bar. I haven't actually got like the big socket, so I've had to use like a reducer just to use the breaker bar, with a lot of effort. Just coming out. Right guys, so this bolt, the nuts off it, the bolt's just sitting in there. It doesn't seem to come all the way out, so I don't know if it's only meant to come halfway. What I'm going to try and do now is separate this a little bit. I've only got a little screwdriver, so I don't know how I'm gonna get on here. I think I'm gonna really struggle with this. I might need like a pry bar or something. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna loosen all the connectors off around the area, so all this, just move it out my way, so I know that I just need to separate this and not have any of this in there. So this is what we need, this little wire here. This is the data. So I doubt in your time of YouTube you will see anything more dodgy than this. I did actually see someone do this. So what they've done is they've put the bottom of the jack on the hub and put the top of it on the top of the strut, and hopefully by me pumping it, it is going to release this. So all I need to do is push this out a little bit, and then I've got to spin it because the wire is literally going to be just there, and then it'll just be the case. I don't know if I can hammer the bottom of it, you know, because obviously it's electronic suspension and stuff, so I'm not too sure how that's going to work. So I don't actually have a plank of wood. What would be good in this instance is a plank of wood, because I could put something under there, and when I'm hitting it I'm not actually hitting metal, so otherwise you end up wrecking whatever you're trying to hit. Look at this. So what I did was put this hammer there, and it's only coming apart. It's only coming apart. So yeah, it's there's a little sliver here. A little sliver here, so as you can see it has released it. So you know what I might do now? I might put a bit more pressure on the jack and actually open this up a bit more. Right, so what I'm doing every step I can, I'm cleaning again. I know that you might think this, oh, this is tedious and long, but if there's shit in there, at least every time it moves it's going to pull some of that out, and if it's just sitting there wedged, it's just going to make it more difficult. So thing I've learned whilst doing this is a clean area is going to be a lot easier to work with than a dirty one. So I'm just trying to clean around it just so it's nice and smooth. So if I'm trying to spin it now, which I've took the locating pin now is out, I need to spin this way so that the electronic dampening can come through. Oh yeah, that bolt's got to come out then, because there's no way I'm going to get that through there. So yeah, this bolt has to come out somehow. What I mean by not having the proper space and equipment, so what I've had to do is get a flathead screwdriver, push the flathead screwdriver under here, and this is this. We're out baby. See, aluminium man, it seizes, like it welds itself into the, what's it, which is a no-no. Right, so now, if my calculations are 100% correct, if that is lined up correctly with the gap, which it looks like it is, we should be able to tap this now and get it going. So let's have a gander, see what. We might need the jack again to pull it out. Right, so one thing I will say is be very careful of the wire at the bottom, because you can catch it, and I don't know if you can snap it or what, but you've got to make sure you get it. So what I've done is, as you can see, this is the worst setup ever, but if it works, it works. So jack against the hub, against the shock, and then what I'm doing is giving it a few pumps, and then I'm smacking it against the aluminium thing, and then hopefully now give it a few more pumps. All it is, as I said earlier, it's like it's seizing. So we are actually nearly there. Ready? I reckon this might have it, you know. Ready? Oh, we're so close. I reckon we're nearly there. There, we're going for it now. This is coming out. Ready? I reckon to it. Oh man, we're so close. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Whew. Ready? There we go. We're out. We're bloody out. That's good. Oh, now I've got to disconnect all these wires. So yeah, if you're doing this, make sure you disconnect the wires first. Oh man. So we've got our professional fucking mechanics, AR Josh.
Hello everybody.
So what we're doing now is, now that we've actually removed that, we're going on to this, and he's brought his lovely snap-on tool. What torque does this do?
I don't even know what torque it does, I just know that it was like 870 quid.
Yeah, so we don't know the torque, he just knows how much it costs, but apparently it'll get them off light work.
As long as...
Whoa,
light work.
that is easy, man. It's mad how good tools make life a lot easier.
Taking this off like this.
How long was that? I should be in the F1 team, you know. That was rapid.
Yeah, that was quick, that was.
So we're making progress. Don't want to jinx myself, but undone this TX20, I believe. Undone the brake line one TX20. Undone this. I think this was an Allen key, and then a 15mm. Undone that. This back one here is an 18mm. Come off relatively easy with that big gun. This one behind here is a 15. So all it is getting this out, and then separating the back bit, and then trying to smash the hub out. And that's it, fingers crossed. So we tried the same method with the jack up against suspension, didn't work. So what we've done is, we just got a piece of timber underneath and had it sitting on that. And then once we did that, we were smashing the hub with a hammer. So this is aluminium, it'll take a bit of a beating, but it's alright, man. So yeah, now it's just the case of undo the 3 bolts on the top and swap her out. So literally, we swapped it over. The only thing is, we can't get this off. Tried an 8mm and hold it with grips, it's not coming off. This one doesn't have it, so I'm not too sure what that's supposed to do. We are going to fit this one anyway, and then hopefully we can just add to that in the future. It's easy to access anyway, so hopefully let's get her in. Right, so as you can see, she's we're back on. Just checked all the bolts, brackets and all that kind of stuff, so fingers crossed we can drop it and it's fixed it. Right, so hopefully you can hear me. It has actually fixed the car, so I'm absolutely buzzing about that. I don't know what that little bracket slash rubber thing is. Hopefully if you're watching this and you know, please let me know. I'm gonna have a look, see if I can order one and fit it to the car. Yeah, the hardest bit really was getting the suspension out the hub. Obviously smacking it's probably not the best. Probably get like a copper mallet so it probably doesn't damage it as much or hit the face of it. But yeah, just whatever means, ways of possible getting it back on. I hit the lad that was helping me. He said a garage would probably charge like £300 to £400 to attempt doing this. So yeah, we've saved money there. I try and do as much as I can. Probably sometimes I take on too much. This lad house that I speak to, he said you're brave trying that on the road. So yeah, like I said earlier on Instagram, we're on the road, we're on the path, we're doing the best we possibly can with what we got. But I'm aiming for that double garage, I'm aiming for that unit, so hopefully one day I'll be able to say to you, remember that video guys? Now we've got a unit. So yeah, all the faults, touch wood, 100,000,000% are fixed on the Range Rover Evoque. So yeah, if you want your suspension slash spring slash whatever it is, watch this video and you'll know how to. And if you're having issues with your doors locking, I'm going to put a video link up there or up there and show you how to do that. I'd probably say if you've got basic tools you probably could do it yourself, but I've heard some of them can be really difficult. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Right, so after hopefully you've stayed on the video. My missus, I said, go on, take it for a drive. It definitely is better. Like before, it was solid, like the suspension, there was no travel in it whatsoever. After, like, I don't know, say on the motorway, after about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour, it could be, I think it definitely wasn't straight away. The electronic mode on the dash would come up with a triangle, and then your modes that you select, you wouldn't be able to select. Well, she just took it for a drive with me in the car, and after about 5 minutes, the triangles come up, electronic stabilisation, and there's no modes to be chosen. So I'm either hoping it's just a random, just like the fault's been picked up on the car and it's trying to erase itself or something. I might even take the battery off and try that, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be as solid as it used to be. But obviously with the electronic stabilisation thing, it's not fixed, so there is an issue somewhere. So yeah, it could either be I've swapped a second-hand suspension that's got faults for a second-hand suspension that's got faults, or there could be something else that I don't know about. I was quite happy towards the end of it, but now, like, I'm trying to give you the true representation, because obviously I've done this myself. I thought, yes, I've done it, and now I'm like, man, there's something else. So yeah, this is where we're at now. I'm gonna take the battery off it tomorrow, see if that does anything, and then go from there. But at the minute it does seem like it's fixed, but then it throws the code on. I turn the car off about 2 or 3 times, and after about 5 or 10 minutes it come back on. So yeah, if anyone has any ideas or any way to help or anything, please let me know. I do need one of them auto scanner things, man. They would be absolutely amazing. So I think that's something I need to buy. I'm not too keen on the Carly thing. I don't think it gives you enough information, especially every car you do costs like 70 quid for a year. So if you have 10 cars a year, you might as well buy a proper scanner. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. I really appreciate everyone watching. It supports me, supports the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. So peace.